Hello everyone, this is YouTube Media, and this is the NZXT Phantom Case that we are going to be reviewing today. So let's go ahead and open this up. And voila, the amazing NZXT Phantom Case. This is a full tower case. It comes in 3 different colors, black, white, and red. I obviously have the black. Now I want to point out this comes with 4 pre-installed fans and has a total of 7 fan vents, so you can add actually 3 additional fans. It is 8.7 inches wide, 21.2 inches tall, and 24.5 inches from front to back. It also weighs about 25 pounds, and the material is made from plastic and steel. So this is the top where we have the power button, the reset button, and 2 LED lights, one for hard drive activity and one for power. Above it is a set of connector ports, the eSATA port, 2 USB ports, microphone jack, and headphone jack. Now over on the other side here is a great feature of this case. This is a 5-fan controller, and on the top of each controller is an icon displaying which fan they control. So this is an awesome bonus to the Phantom case. Now on the top we also have a mesh vent. You can see this is for fan circulation. Also, the entire top panel actually comes right off. And you can see they generously hook you up with a 200mm blue LED light up fan. Also right next to it is room to install an optional 200mm fan along with a removable dust filter. Here's the front of the case, which has a magnetically closing door, and opened up reveals 5 5¼ inch drive bays. The covers easily remove with a switch and pop right back on like this. And just like the top, the entire front is completely removable. Here's the inside. You can see the mesh vent at the bottom. And at the case's base is an area to install an optional 120mm fan. And this is the left side of the Phantom. There are 2 nicely designed fan openings. The bottom one is to cool your hard drive area. This has 2 120mm intake fans. These are pre-installed and included. Now the top here is room for an additional 200mm fan. These are both included with removable dust filters. And here's the right side of the case. There's not much going on here because this is primarily reserved for cable management inside the panel. But this is a mirror image of the fan opening on the other side. But this is not for fans to be installed. It is simply for air circulation. Now this is the bottom of the Phantom case. There are lots of rubber feet for nice gripping. There are also plenty of circulation openings also. The one on the far left here is for your PSU's fan, and it comes with a removable dust filter, which is handy. And now take a look at the back of the case. There is a 120mm exhaust fan. There are also 4 rubber grommet holes, which are for water cooling tubes to pass through. And right here on the left are 7 expansion slots. Each of these metal coverings easily come off by a twisty knob on the inside of the case. Now the button on the top here, believe it or not, this is a light switch to turn the fan's LED lights on and off. You'll also notice there are 3 screws on each side of the case. This is to hold on the side panels. You can take all of them off, but if you only take off the top and the bottom ones, you will be left with the 2 middle screws. I'll demonstrate it to you. And these 2 middle ones actually act as a latch. Think of them as a doorknob. Just simply push them down and the side panels will open up just like a door, and then push it right back in and it locks in place. This does work for both sides of the panels. Or you can leave in all of the screws to keep them permanently closed. Now let's go ahead and remove the left side panel. You can see the 2 120mm fans and the optional area where a 200mm fan can also be added. So inside the case there are 5 5¼ inch drive bays. These are easily swappable. Just slide the lock to the right and pull it open just like that. Push it back in and lock it, and that's it. Right below the 5 drive bays are also 7 drive bays for 2.5 inch or 3.5 inch drives. These are easily removable, You just squeeze them, then pull them right out, and push them right back in, and that's it. Now to the left of the drive bays, this is where your PSU is going to be sitting. You can see there are 4 rubber grommet feet for anti-vibration. Now if your PSU is getting really big, like a 1500 watt, it doesn't have enough room, this cage of 2 drive bays can actually be taken off for plenty of room for a big PSU. The Phantom has clearance for a graphics card up to 13 inches in length and a heat sink up to 7 inches in length. You'll notice there is no removable motherboard tray, but there is lots of cable management features. You can see all the rubber grommets here, so let's go ahead and check out the other side of the case behind this motherboard plate to look at the cable management. And here is the right side of the case. It is primarily, as I said, all for cable management, but there's plenty of room to route cables through here. These cables are for the fan controllers and USB ports right here, but there's lots of openings here, up here, here, and all for routing cables. And there's a good about 1-inch chunk of room between the motherboard plate and the side panel here. So that wraps up my review of the NZXT Phantom Full Tower case. If I could give this case a nickname, I would call it Beauty and the Beast, not to sound corny, but as much as a monster this case is, it's also a beauty with all the architecture and design. So click the links in the video description below for more, and thank you for watching.